Our life model includes the baby stage, the teenage stage, and the adult stage. In the baby stage, that's normally when your child is learning things and you can control them easily. But then you reach the teenage stage and there's rebellion, and that's when the war happens. And then in the adult stage, you're more calm and collected and you're more mature.
The different stages of the Haitian Revolution can be explained by using the life model. In the first stage, the baby stage, the slaves and the mulattoes in Haiti were being treated harshly by the French noblemen. This shows how they were being controlled by the French. In the teenage stage of this model, the Haitians were inspired by new ideas such as achieving liberty, equality, and fraternity that inspired the Haitians to revolt. Toussaint L'Ouverture, an ex-slave, became the commander-in-chief and led the revolution. Britain helped the Haitians because they wanted to help beat France so they won't get too powerful. The yellow fever killed more than half of Napoleon's army, which encouraged the Haitians to keep fighting. This shows how the Haitians started to rebel against the French. And this is what teenagers normally do with their parents. The last stage of this model, the adult stage, Haiti finally achieved freedom and came to be known as the United States of Haiti. Toussaint L'Ouverture became the ruler because he was elected by popular vote. The country gained equality, liberty, and fraternity by granting the mulattoes and the slaves more rights. This relates to the life model in the adult stage because this is when adults start learning how to be independent and how they become mature and they know how to handle themselves.
Now we're going to show how the life model relates to the Mexican Revolution. In the baby stage, Diaz refused to allow clan elections and modernized Mexico by building railroads and plantations, which boosted the wealth of Mexico but caused great debt to the lower class, limiting the amount of wealthy people that lived in Mexico. Diaz arrested his opponent in the election when he won. This opened the people's eyes to the ways of their president. For the teen part of the life model, the revolution began in 1910 and lasted 10 years. Diaz was challenged by the leader of the uprising, Francisco L. Madero. The Cestero War during 1926 through 1929 was a major relapse into the main war, with small outbreaks of warfare into the later 1920s. In the adult stage, the effects of the war included people who gained land back stolen by Diaz in the first place. Then by 1920, a chickpea farmer / revolution general, Alvaro Obregón, who rose to presidency, he rose to presidency by mainly outliving his rivals.
In conclusion, the life model supports the Haitian and Mexican revolutions.